She want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me.
What's up, family? It's your boy D Gray back again. Today we're going to talk about depth charts. So in front of me right here, I have the latest depth chart. I truly believe this is the latest depth chart that they have because I'm seeing some people on here that it looks like they've switched positions up a little bit as far as number ones and number twos. I don't know that I'll go through the whole thing. I want to give a little commentary on the ones I think that we normally care about the most. Not that none of the positions aren't important, but we're not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about certain positions that don't mean that much to me. How about that? So let's start off with the wide receiver position. So we know for a fact that the number one wide receiver that we got on this team, other than CeeDee Lamb, is George Pickens. Right behind him, they got Marquez Valdes-Scantling. That was the one of the receivers they picked up in free agency. He's the second behind George. And then the third team is Jordan Hudson, and then some cat named Jaden Smith. Yeah, I think that's going to get shuffled around here once we start coloring the players down to the 53. I don't believe that Jordan Hudson and Jaden Smith, even though I think Jaden Smith had a pretty good preseason game, I think the game before last, I think he had a pretty good game, but I think that he'll be fodder when they start making the cuts. Let's go down to wide receiver 3. Wide receiver 3 is Ryan Flournoy. They got him ahead of Cavante Turpin. But I think we knew that. I think that was what was going to end up happening with Cavante. I didn't believe that he would be the number 3 wide receiver, or excuse me, the 4 receiver on the team anyway. I think Flournoy has come in and shown that he can be that number 3 consistently. I think Turpin's going to end up being a gadget back or a gadget wide receiver. I think that he'll be a special teams phenomenon, and I think that that's going to be where he's going to finish his career, doing that if he's with the Cowboys. I'm not sure what his contract looks like, but I believe that this particular season will be the last time that he's wide receiver 3. Behind Cavante Turpin is Anthony Smith, and then Denzel Mims. I think those guys are going to get shuffled. I think that Anthony Smith made a couple of catches over the past couple of weeks. I'm not sure, but he is the number 4 behind Ryan Flournoy and Cavante Turpin. Wide receiver 2, of course, or wide receiver 1. We know that we have 2 number 1s, but wide receiver 1, 1 alpha, or 1 bravo is CeeDee Lamb, of course. And then you got Jonathan Mingo. Well, we knew that was going to happen too. I think Mingo's set to have a breakout year. He's big, he's fast, he has good hands. We saw that in the last game. He's been consistent, and I'm hoping that he can be more consistent with his learning the plays, catching the ball, being where he's supposed to be, as I always say, running your route trees the right way. Hell, that's the main thing we have those big guys for, and going up and getting the ball. We haven't had anything really like that since Dez left. So we really need to get Jonathan Mingo popping, and I think he's going to make the 53. The next one is Camden Brown. He is the preseason hero, the camp hero. He's going to make the 53-man roster. I definitely believe that he'll take the number 3 behind, or 4 behind Cavante Turpin. He may even surpass Cavante. He may even become that third down wide receiver in place of Cavante when they go into their 3 receiver packages on certain downs. So Camden Brown has definitely been that guy, and he will definitely make that 53-man roster. And then behind him is a guy named Tyler Johnson. I'm sure that he won't make it. Interesting enough, we're going to talk about Dak Prescott, Joe Milton, Sam Howell. I think that, of course, all three of them will make the roster. I think that Joe Milton's done enough. I think Joe Milton has done enough. Like I said in my previous video, the eye test tells me that Sam Howell will be wearing his t-shirts, or he'll just be suiting up on the sideline. Joe Milton just looks the part. He looks the part. He's got a strong, probably the strongest arm on the team. Things are slowing down for him. This Friday when they play the Saints, I think that if he goes out and he scores on his first drive out, I don't know who they're going to start. They may start Sam Howell first, which would probably be fair because Joe played pretty much the entire first half and I think part of the third quarter. And so I truly believe that Joe will come in. If he goes down and he scores, they're going to take him out. He'll be your solid number 2, and Sam Howell will just be there for cleanup. So I think we're pretty good there. I think we're pretty good in the quarterback room. I talked about the running back room. I think Jaden Blue, they have him down here as the number 2 behind Javonte Williams. I know a week ago that was not being presented as something that they were very, solid on. But as I'm looking at the depth chart today, he's ahead of Phil Maffa. Now, remember my last video, I thought it was Malik Davis. It's Phil Maffa that they have at number 3, as a number 3 back. So Jaden Blue, he did put on a show this past weekend. He did put on a show. He was a la Ezekiel Elliott. You can see why he was taken where he was taken in the draft. You can see why. As long as he stays mature, as long as he stays committed, that guy could look. Who knows how long Javonte is going to be viable for us? Because he's a little long in the tooth too for a running back. So as we speak today, Javonte Williams is your number 1. They have Jaden Blue as the number 2 and Phil Maffa as the 3. But I'll tell you, this Israel Abanikanda, that dude, he's had some, I think he's averaging, and I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I think he was averaging 4 yards a carry whenever he was touching the ball. In the time that I see him, he came in cleanup time. It was garbage time, but he's still playing at the level he should be playing at in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes left. But that brother had some giddy up on him. So Israel Abanikanda, I said it right the first time, then I messed it up the second time. Israel Abanikanda, I think you're going to see him either on a practice squad. I don't know if he'll make the 53, but you'll definitely see him on the practice squad. I don't think they're going to let him get away. And then they got a guy named Jason Corbin. I don't even know who that is. Now let's get to the defense real quick. Go through the defense real quick. Kenny Clark is your number 1 defensive tackle. A guy named Jay Toya. They've got him. I know a little bit about him, but not much. And the third team is Tommy Dunn. I think they'll all make the 53. You got Quentin Williams at the other defensive tackle. LT Overton and Kevin Gilliam will be your third team. Fourth team, they got Adedeo Adeleye. I don't know who that is. I guess he won't make it. I'm sure he won't make the team. At outside linebacker, they got easy. Donovan Ezeraku. Donovan Ezeraku will be your 1. Sam Williams and Malachi Lawrence. That's another one. Intriguing. Malachi Lawrence was our second number 1. I think that's going to be an intriguing position to watch. And they got him coupling up with Sam Williams as the number 2. It could be crazy. Crazy. Right now, if you look at our outside linebacker group, it's deep. It's pretty deep. And in that position, outside linebacker, they got Maris Leofau. I'm not sure that he'll make the 53. I think that Maris he's flashed a little bit, but I watched him a couple of times on a couple of plays this past weekend, and he looked a little lost off the edge. He looked like he was over pursuing sometimes. He's not stacking that corner to make sure. He's taking bad angles on the rush. He just didn't look that good to me, so I don't know that he'll make it. Linebacker, Demarion Overshone. We knew that. Shamar James, we knew that. Did you see him take that guy out of bounds with the little wrestling dump? That shit was dope. Shamar James is your second. And then you have Langston Patterson. Don't know if he'll make it, but Langston Patterson is your third as of today. Of course, they got the signee D. Williams as the other linebacker. Jason Barham. D. Winters better watch his back because that brother looks good. Jason Barham is your number 2. Then they got this guy named Justin Barron and Curtis Robinson. Not sure where they'll fall when they start cutting bodies. Outside linebacker, of course, Rashawn Gary. We talked about James Houston is still still in there doing his thizzle, and then they got Isaiah Land and Tyrese Wheat. I think all 4 of them have done pretty good. We didn't see a lot of Rashawn we're not going to see them during the preseason, hopefully, but we'll see. Number 1, they got 2 number 1s at cornerback. They got Siobhan Revel Jr. I'm telling you, breakout. Breakout. He gets a little handsy. Some of them are questionable, some of those interference calls. But I think that's going to be a lockdown. And then of course, you got the free agent Kobe Durant. That's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Then behind them, they got some guy named Turkeezy Bridges and Amir Speed. Defensive backs, you got Caleb Downs. Hope he lives up to the hype. They've been hyping him up. I hope he lives up to the hype. Darion Kendrick and Reddy Stewart. I think those guys are good. Reddy Stewart's is played pretty well, from what I understand. Safety, Jalen Thompson, Caleb Downs, of course. They're talking about in the nickel packages. And then Zion Childress and Elijah Clark. Malik Hooker is our number 1. PJ Locke, I think, is another guy we got. I think we're going to be okay there. Marquise Bell, and then Julius Wood. I'm not sure if Julius Wood will make the 53. You know who I didn't see in here? I did not see Bland in here. Interesting. I have to look at the injury report and see where he's at because they don't have him even on a depth chart here. So I'll have to look more into that. Maybe some of you know what his status is, but he's not on this depth chart anywhere on the DBs. So we'll see. Some interesting note here that I'm seeing here. They got, for kick returners, they got Kavontae Turpin, of course. I think that's going to be his primary position. And Jaden Blue as his second, and Malik Davis. They also have Caleb Downs as punt returning. He's behind Kavontae Turpin punt returning. That's interesting. Apparently he's good at that too. Man, I can't wait. I want to see this. And then Jonathan Mingo, who I saw back there shagging punts this last game. Hopefully that's something that is effective for us as well. Don't want to get him hurt, though, because I think the dude's going to have a great season this year. So there's your depth chart here on Monday, the 24th of August. We got a few weeks before the season starts. I'm excited to see what goes on. I'm really excited to see how this all pans out and who gets let go and who gets to stay and play on this supposedly on paper great team. So, hey, stay tuned. We're going to be back with more after the game on Friday. I'll post something and we'll talk about what we saw and what we believe the last vestiges of somebody's entire football career will be, because some of them ain't going to play football ever again after next week. So, hey, peace out.